Hi, I'm Sam Sterling, and I play Ichipukton Papakui, and here's what you missed on episode 51 of Edge of Legend. The day of the fated match has arrived. As countless fans fill the stands, Ichi and the rest of the adventurers emerge to gigantic cheers. El Malagro, a famous lucha that has been around for hundreds of years, begins to announce in the arena when everything goes dark. Suddenly, a light shines on El Malagro, and El Azul Kukui is savagely sawing off the famous luchador's mask. Knowing what a horrific and devastating blow this is for a veteran luchador to have their identity stripped from them, Ichi, Rufa, and Alona quickly usher him backstage, using Rufa's coat to cover his face. Backstage, they attempt to console El Malagro, who, for the first time since his introduction to their society, has always worn his mask. Through coaxing, El Malagro finds a new sense of trepidatious freedom at this event and begins leaving the locker room when Ichi stops him. Upon removing his mask, she noticed he was a full-blooded elf Aasimar, and she has never seen an elf from Azmokan before. Upon further explanation, El Malagro tells the party he is 750 years old and was born of an underground tree of life in central Azmokan. Alona, knowing that the last tree of life was destroyed more than 2,000 years ago, is floored by this discovery. The trees were eradicated in the Great Pruning, a tragic event that left all the trees that give life to elves in this world leveled to nothingness. This was done to prevent the trees from sucking the life out of the planet, or so it was told. With this new, potentially dangerous information, Alona decides it's best not to tell anyone else in their party of this discovery, even Shionibus. Rufa warns that there could be great consequences when Shionibus finds out they have been keeping such important information from her, but Alona solidifies that she will be the one to take the fall when it comes time to tell her. Getting back to the match, the party sets themselves up as spectators, while Ichi takes her place in the ring. This is a very special match taking place in the most brutal and specialized arena. 9 hells in a cell. Each level represents the 9 levels of hell and will have increasingly difficult challenges imposed on the two opponents. While Ichi starts at the top with El Azul Kukui, her allies face off with her opponent's lackeys at the bottom of the ring, hopefully preventing them from also entering in the fray. The ultimate goal? Strip each other of their masks. The first level is Betsa, the greedy and hoarding. In the center of this level, a flaming table and metal chairs are scattered all around. In battle, Ichi notices El Azul Kukui's shadow seems to have a mind of its own and becomes detached from the lucha herself, rising above the ring. The second level is Leaf Roa, the malfeasant mob. In this stage, they have swinging pendulums to avoid amidst their fighting. All the while, their allies fight below them, trying to climb the cage and aid their fighter in battle. The third level is Pythias, lies and manipulations. Ichi and El Azul Kukui are struck blind until they manage to beat each other down to the next stage. The fourth level is Tashuka, lust. The entire cell is a bear trap the opponents must avoid being caught in the middle of. The fifth level is Saval, torture and suffering. The arena is littered with severe weapons, and all of them have double the effect. This is when the battle really takes a turn. El Azul Kukui seems to have lost their mind completely, moving as if controlled by some other force. Ichi barely manages to dodge her attacks and is on the edge of ripping her mask off when they fall to level 6, Aluhamia, Contracts and Cunning, where they are cuffed together by a magical chain and cannot be more than 5 feet apart. This is when Ichi finally manages to pry the human flesh mask from her opponent's face, thus ending the tournament. But all she can hear are El Azul Kukui's screams as her enormous shadow envelopes the ring and grows enormous, maddening white eyes. In the chaos, it begins to rain harder and harder when, in a flash of lightning, the dragon god of the temple and their guardian appear. The dragon takes the shadow in its bite, and vanquishing it triggers all of the luchas on El Azul Kukui's side to come back to reality. El Azul Kukui looks at Ichi in devastation, apologizing for her reckless actions and holding Ichi's hand up to the sky. Ichi has saved Lucha, won her belt back, and the madness has been banished from Azmokan. With celebrations had and goodbyes made, the party heads back to Isuo's house and portal back to Adolfon Prime. There is still, after all, a war to be won. And that is where we end episode 51 of Edge of Legend. Make sure to tune in Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to Nat20 Productions Official on Twitch to catch the newest episodes of Edge of Legend as they happen. We look forward to seeing you in the chat as you become legends right alongside us. Thanks for watching!